Hi everyone! Today I'm here with my brother. This is Ruben. Say hello.
Hello.
And I thought we would talk about visible differences and just see how much he knows. I decided to make a YouTube video with Ruben today because, well, one, he's wanted to be in a YouTube video for ages.
Yeah.
And two, I thought it would be fun to see how much he knows about visible differences as a 7-year-old who has a sister with a visible difference. So first, do you know what a visible difference is? Have you heard of it before? Do you know what it means?
Well, I've heard of it before, but I don't know what it is.
So, I have visible differences. It's just kind of what you call, like the things that make you different. If you have like a condition or a scar or a mark or something on your body that makes you look different, it's just called like a visible difference. Do you know what my visible difference is? Well, I have two.
Yeah.
What is it?
Your nose
Yeah.
and your lip.
Can you remember what it's called?
Cleft lip.
Yeah, I have a cleft lip and palate. Can you remember what this one's called? My hand and my foot.
I don't know.
You don't know what it's called, but you do know that it's a visible difference because it's something that's different to everybody else.
Yeah.
And you can see it, which means it's visible. That's what that means. So this is amniotic band syndrome, and that's the same with my foot as well. And it just means that I look different to everybody else. Have you ever been told about visible differences at school? Have you ever spoken about people who look different and things like that?
I think so.
Have you?
Yeah.
Really? Did you have some sort of lesson on it?
No.
What did you do?
We just started talking about this other thing,
Yeah.
and then someone saw this thing and said, "Can we put that video on?" And they put it on, and then we started to know about that. It's just like your videos.
Oh, it was a video of someone talking about like being different and things.
Yeah.
So you know that I have a visible difference. You know that I
Yeah.
look different with like my nose and my hand and my foot
Yeah. And
But-
your lip.
and my lip. Yes. But have you ever seen anybody else that looks different besides me? Have you ever seen anyone else with any other sort of visible difference? It doesn't have to be the same as mine.
No.
No. Do you remember when we went to that Changing Faces event?
Yeah, I saw a lot of people with different
Yeah,
faces.
and there was lots of people who looked different, wasn't there? What did you think?
Well, I thought that something was wrong with them.
Yeah, and that's okay, and it's okay to be a bit curious, because, well, that's fine, because you didn't really know or understand what was wrong. Did you think they were, like, really different to you? Did you think that they're still nice people that can be, like, friends?
Yeah.
Did you talk to any of them? And, like, play with them?
One of them, I think.
Yeah.
I don't really remember because it was ages ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So you've never seen anybody else just like in the streets or anything or at school, like that looks different?
Maybe at school.
Yeah, maybe.
Can't really remember where. It might have been in reception.
Yeah. So what do you think is the best thing to do if you meet someone who is like me, who has a visible difference, who looks different, and you're meeting them for the first time or you just see them when you're walking past them in the street? What do you think is the best thing to do?
Maybe say hello to them. We can make friends.
Yeah, that's nice. Just be nice to them. Yeah. Because it's okay if you want to know more about what's wrong with them and things like that, because you might have just never seen it before.
Yeah.
I remember when I was little, I used to think that sometimes, and that's okay. But we need to be nice to them because they're normal people, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you were right. You can make friends with them, say hello to them, smile at them, things like that. Yeah, that's very good. Did you ever notice that I was different from anybody else? And did you think anything about me looking different when you started to get older and you started to like notice things a bit more? Did you notice that I was different and that I didn't look like everybody else?
Not really.
Well, shall I tell you something? When you were, I think you must have been, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something, so you might not remember this. You used to sometimes look at my hands and my feet, and sometimes you'd like ask questions, or sometimes you'd kind of just look at them and I'd try and like explain to you, but you were always really nice about it. You've never said anything mean. You've just said, oh, it's a bit different. And I think it's okay for children to do that because they would have never seen it before, and you know, it's okay for them to be curious, and that's all you were. You weren't mean to me or anything, because when you're little, I don't think you really understand, so you were just
Yeah.
looking like, oh, what's
Like
that?
other people don't understand.
Pardon?
Like other people don't understand.
Yeah, other people
sometimes.
don't always understand. And that's, I think, why sometimes they might be a little bit mean, because they don't really, like, understand that there's something wrong. But yeah, you used to sometimes just look at my hand and look at my foot and, like, point to my face, and you used to just sit and look at it sometimes, and I used to go, do you want me to tell you what it is? And because when you were little, you didn't really understand what it was.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to say about people who look different, or do you have any questions about anyone who looks different, or why I look different, anything like that?
No.
No? No questions? Nothing else you want to say? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. It's been really, really good, and it's nice for me to ask sometimes, because I don't always get the chance to sit down and ask you what you think about all these things, and I think it's very important to know what little children think about it. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed making it with me, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, because I found it really interesting to see what visible differences is like from the perspective of someone who doesn't have a visible difference but who is pretty young, and yeah, I just thought it'd be interesting. I think it's so important to educate young children about visible differences, because I feel like a lot of the time it's something that they just don't understand. And I feel like they should know that it's a normal, everyday thing, and they shouldn't be scared or rude, but they can be curious about it. I think it'd help a lot in the long term if it's something that children were educated about, because, you know, hopefully it would mean less bullying in schools. And hopefully if they were taught about it from a young age, they'd be able to grow into accepting adults who can teach their own children about the fact that there's nothing wrong with being different. I know it's a difficult thing to have to explain to young children, but they're very open-minded, and I'm sure, like my brother, that they'll be willing to learn about it and ask questions and find out more about this curious topic, because of course they're not going to really understand it if no one explains it to them. Educating children about visible differences is the only way to break the cycle of hate towards the visible difference community. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you again soon. Say bye!
Bye, guys.
Bye!